Hey guys, it's your boy Blackrue Investing back with another video. Q Indigo Saint.
Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe I was Blackrue investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on our Blackrue investing. Best believe I was Blackrue investing. That course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue investing. Best believe I was Blackrue investing.
My man Indigo, it's your boy Blackrue back with another video. We're going to be talking about the latest Steam Exchange AMA. And you guys, sorry that this one is kind of late getting out. They did it on May 12th. I'm going to make sure I get those out earlier in the future. Let's get into it. But definitely catch me on all the channels below. You can see them in the description on the Benzinga channel, on the Gentleman of Crypto channel. Your boy Blackrue is everywhere. Catch me with the CIC. That's Underdog Crypto. Professor Mfon, Akpan, Red Dad, Blue Dad. Catch me with those guys. Indigo Saint, Shook Focus. Catch me with those guys as well. But we're gonna get into the AMA for Steam Exchange right here. So let's go over to the video, and the first part of the Steam Exchange AMA was the Bo Snerdley AMA. And let me give you my thoughts on those. And please, people, please, let me just make sure my volume's here. Please, people, please do not get triggered by anything I say in the AMA. But I'm going to give my honest thoughts, as I told Inky Veraf that I would. I'm going to give you guys straight from the heart what my honest thoughts are. I'm not a shill. I'm not being paid by them or anything like that. I didn't get any private tokens or anything like that. We have a nice arrangement that works for both of us. I talk about their stuff, and they share my stuff. It's a beautiful thing, and we both want transparency. That's been it from the start. So my thoughts about the Bo Snerdley AMA. First, don't get triggered. I hated it first. I hated it. Now my opinion, after I kind of got the rest on it, is more mixed to almost liking it. Okay, and here's why. So let me get to the hated part. I hated that Neville. You did a great job. Neville did a great job of it, answering his questions and answering it in the most succinct way he could answer it for Bo's audience. But then I was upset it didn't get to show off anything that I personally love about the Steam Exchange. That is gonna, that they always give us transparency, right? That they're gonna they're gonna vet people who they bring on a blockchain through launch pads and stuff like that. So there's gonna be kind of a pay to play type deal for people who are going to be on a blockchain. Hence, that part is going to kind of give added security and X out anyone who's going to be like a bad actor or a bad company, or X out rug pulls, because they have to pay to give an application to actually be on the blockchain. They're less likely to be rug pull artists and know that their background is going to be looked into. They're going to be checked and all of this other stuff. The part that they're doing gamification, like GameFi learning, and that GameFi learning is going to open you up to stuff. The fact that they're going to have both a centralized exchange and a decentralized exchange. The fact that they have, like I said, GameFi learning. The fact that they're going to be a hybrid both with the decentralized and centralized exchange. They're also going to be a hybrid that they have staking and they have proof of work, and that proof of work is going to be able to be mined generally by a non-expensive GPU. Like, there's so many things that I love about Steam Exchange personally. They never got to talk about, and more on that later. More on that later. So remember, I said that. Then Bo Snerdley himself. I never really heard of him because I really don't do the whole D's and R's things. I vote, even though with delegates, like, they can pick whoever they want anyway. But I vote. I really don't do Democrats and Republicans. And it's my personal opinion that the left and the right are only there to divide people. If you guys want to ask me why I think that, get at me personally. My Twitter is at Blackrue. And, the YouTube channel is darkhorsewatcher.com. All you got to do is put that in a URL in the browser, and that will lead you directly to my channel, darkhorsewatcher.com. I really think that the whole left and right thing is just there to divide people. And when I say people, I don't just mean black people, I mean all of us. So, a lot of Bo's views on certain things, once I looked Bo up, really kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Because they're divisive. I'm not going to get into that because this is more about Steam Exchange. I'm not really going to get into. If you really want to know what I think about some of that stuff, you can ask me. But so Bo and Rush themselves are kind of divisive people. Not trying to throw dirt on a dead man's body with Rush, but he knows he was divisive, and he got really paid handsomely for that. Like a lot of people would think that Bo and Rush themselves can be divisive and can be like turn some people the wrong way. So there's that. Pause. Just getting that out of the way. I had to sit on it for a day. And then what I got was, this is a huge show. A lot of people do listen to Bo Snerdley's show. And yes, they didn't get to talk about any of the things that I think make Steam Exchange great. But you know what? I don't think his audience would have been ready for that, to be honest with you anyway. And then I thought about his audience, and I thought about who he's probably talking to. The people he's probably talking to are the people that Steam Exchange investors will really want to get into the crypto world, because those type of investors are the type of investors that will be really excited about a centralized exchange that vets people and gives them more security about investing their money and not really having to worry about a rug pull. So, setting that kind of groundwork to come back on his show and educate people about crypto and Steam Exchange specifically, and then letting them know that, hey, Steam Exchange is about your security. We want people not to be rug pulled. We've had a hugely bad experience with that with other companies in Canada. So we take that very seriously. We take security very seriously. And if you put your money here, these are the things we're going to do. We're going to vet people. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And you can be really happy and have a peace of mind. The money that you put there is going to be safe. So, I think it was good groundwork to get to those people who might not know much about crypto, who might feel really comfortable in the stock market. However, you're giving them the knowledge and the grounding and the basis to feel comfortable to invest in the crypto market. I really hope that I said that and that was clear what I was saying. So when I thought about it that way, and This is just me, just kind of, um, I don't know. I was listening to another show, Crypto and Down, and they were talking about new investors in the market, and something just clicked about this AMA. So after I had that thought, I was like, okay, now it really seems like something that can be beneficial for Steam Exchange down the road. It really does. So that's how my thoughts are kind of mixed. And then, like after sitting on it for a day, I'm almost like went from hate to mixed to pretty much over the fence to like liking it. Um, and I have full confidence that Neville and Gary and those guys will go back on the show and, you know, slowly like begin to explain who Steam Exchange is, what they do, and Bo's audience will have the opportunity um, to then decide if they want to invest. So that's really cool. That's really cool. And then the second part here, we had a new employee, Jamal, that Inky hired. He seems like he's going to be doing the um, marketing and let me get my notes here, guys. He's going to be doing the marketing in Asia specific markets. His name is Jamal, and I'm going to just let you guys hear a little bit from him. I'm going to put a link to the whole AMA in the description, but just I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna play this at like a little fast speed, so don't worry about having to like really just kind of skip it. I'm gonna play it at a fast speed so you guys can. I value your time, and I really want you to kind of listen to what he has to say a little bit. So we'll go like 1.5 times speed. Okay, he had a problem with his mic in the beginning. Let me turn it up.
That is a good point. So there we go. He's raising his hand. Our apologies, sir. Allowed to speak. You should be all good now, Jamal.
It's coming. It's coming.
Hey, Jamal, are you there?
1 second.
Just trying to make sure you're not muted. Allowed to speak. You should be good now. Can you try?
Sorry, can you hear me?
There we go.
Perfect. There we go. Are you all set?
Perfect. Yeah, sorry, I was muted. I don't know why. Well, thank you for the intro, Ralph, and Neville, really proud of you, dude. That was actually amazing. Love listening to all that. A lot of good points there. So for everyone else here, I am actually based in Australia. Maybe focusing mainly on Asia Pacific countries, but in the UK and some in the States as well. I like to focus my marketing towards influencer marketing, brand awareness, and just sort of getting it out there. Bringing new investors in. I've already started doing some vlogging and general exposure here. Bringing out some merch, just doing some real world events, networking. Meeting with a couple of big companies. Already spoken to the guys, for the marketing team. Me and Ralph just go through everything every day, and we've got some big ideas just on the horizon at the moment, and we're hoping just to expand and just make it a household name for the time being. Just like how everyone knows Binance, we want to become just the new thing. Everyone mentions Steam Exchange, they know what it is already. Things get bigger, as we release, everyone already knows what it is. So all the hype and everything is just built with that sort of marketing that I like to do for, community marketing, engagement, just getting people involved with vlogs and just doing some real world interactions as well. But yeah, actually, honestly, really excited to be here. Love the opportunity and very, very excited to work. I think it's a really good time to just, go ahead and push now. Market's at a good time for new investors and new people to come in. So I think our biggest focus right now is just to grab those new investors, people that want to get in that didn't get the chance to last year, and teach them how to do it safely and join us on our journey.
Absolutely spot on. Opportunity lies for those who.
So I love that to hear from Jamal. Now next we're gonna hear from Neville, and we're gonna hear what they're doing on the gamified learning. And I really love what Neville says about this gamified learning. That it's gonna be an AI element to it, and basically it's gonna be how you become an accredited investor on the platform and be able to invest, I guess, more or less. Check out our first AMA that we did on the Benzinga channel with me. He explains exactly what accredited investor means for them. So go over there to the Benzinga channel look it up. It'll be under Learning to Trade with Ruell, and it'll be under Steam Exchange. And I also loved that, and I think I said this, that it'll have an AI element. Okay. And the first level is supposed to be intro to digital assets, but let's hear it from Neville because he's going to explain it really well.
After you're done, just let me know when you're done.
Awesome.
There we go, sir. It's all yours.
All right, so I'm gonna load it up. So this is the mock-up that our student put together. So we gave him kind of a base requirement and kind of how we want the game to function and look and feel, but we're going to continue working on look and feel as we go. So what you're looking at right now is what we call our hub level. So in the hub level, your character gets to walk around and you get to see these little blocks at the moment. Eventually this will change, but I'll explain that in a second. So your character gets to walk around. I'm going to just have some fun a little bit here. You get to meet characters. Are there NPCs in the game? And he can interact with them in the hub. So within the hub, you're taught more about the game mechanics, how to run, how to walk, how to jump, how to interact. There's a couple of little things like you can't fall off the map. Fun fact, you were once able to fall off the map and it was not fun. You basically have to reload the game. So these little blocks that you see, just to explain what they are, is this is access to the different levels. So right now they're all blocked off, and because the game's not live, now the other levels are ready to go. But essentially, let's say this is level 1. When you go into this portal, which is what it's going to be, it's not going to be this giant block, you will enter level 1, which is Introduction to Digital Assets. So this game is going to be hub-centric in the sense that all the elements are accessed through the hub. The hub level rather, and you can access the different levels from here. If this is level 2, for example, and you haven't completed level 1, it would not let you through. It will let you know that, hey, you know what, you haven't completed level 1, go visit a trainer and get some more information on how to proceed. Eventually, once we solidify one of the other partnerships that we're working on and get the ball rolling on that, it's going to be an AI element. And that AI element is going to drive the learning. So I mentioned in the past, and we've always mentioned in the past, that this is not going to be a cookie-cutter learning experience, so to speak, where everyone's learning curve will be the same. I may learn at a different pace than someone else, and my learning and the lesson that I learn within the game will cater to that. So my questions that are being asked will be based on the knowledge that I've demonstrated, based on the answers that I've provided, and my progression will be graded as such. The goal for everyone that plays the game is that they get branded, so to speak, as a qualified or an accredited investor based on their score. One of the things that are on the flow chart of things that we're working on is coming back. So say you've completed level 1, you've moved on to level 2, completed level 2, so on and so forth, but your score wasn't enough to get you that top tier status. You can actually come back to level 1, and the AI will recognize your progress, and they'll start teaching you specifically on the elements that you didn't quite get right. There's no winning or losing, so to speak. There's only progression. So you come back to the levels, and you continue to progress, you continue to learn, and we anticipate that this game will be pretty fun, right? In the sense that everything else that we're doing is it's fun for us. So we always say development is always fun for the developers, not so much fun for the community. But the game itself is something that's definitely going to be fun for everybody. So we're going to go ahead and continue polishing this, fixing all the little bugs that we have currently running or happening. And once that's polished off and we have level 1 accessible and we have at least a little bit of the AI element built in, we will open up or release a beta version for you to play. So you can actually download this app and you can actually run it and play level 1 and hub level and learn at least the minimum about the mechanics. Just to talk about the little avatars, so this is the uniform or the skin that we selected for now. You can see the little trainee full steam ahead. But one thing that we're looking at implementing is being able to connect a Web3 wallet, so a wallet that holds NFTs, and specifically our partnered NFT platforms or projects. We would like you to be able to import your skin or your avatar, so you can actually walk around your game world in your avatar. So that's something to be excited about as well. It's going to be great synergy for us and other projects as well, and a great opportunity for you to showcase your NFTs. So that's kind of the game in a nutshell.
Wow, thank you. That's amazing. That's amazing. So there's two different. Just to clarify, there's two different.
Oh, so what Gary
AI
says.
engines, right? There's the you got the visual, right? The world itself, and then you have pending completion of the affiliation with the other partnership, right? You got another artificial intelligence that runs the NPCs, right? Can you just elaborate a little bit more?
Okay, so that's a little bit of deeper knowledge. But one of the things he said is that this is going to integrate with their NFT platform, which is going to be super cool. Because then you can use some of the NFTs along in the game. One thing I would also love, and I'll probably bring this up to Inky, maybe there's the ability to maybe buy some land there or offer some land that you can do something fancy with. Also, it'd be nice if it can go inside of possibly go inside of another metaverse, like they buy like maybe Sandbox Land or Seek Land and put it right in there. That'd be pretty interesting as well. But I'm not sure really about that. That was just off the top of my head. Also, they got that done in a week. Now, see, a lot of things that people miss about, because you guys see the four heads of the company right now. I still do coding. I still do software and stuff like that. But there was a time where I was working remotely with the company, and there was like about 7 or 8 of us actively doing software. We got so much more done than other companies I've seen. Like, and I love that this team, like, you see the 4 heads, like, who knows how many people in the background we got working with those guys, but it seems to be, you know what I mean, like, the circle of communication is so much easier when you have like 4 to 8 people, that it's like your work gets to be more efficiently done. And I've noticed that in my job dealings, when we had that team, we were working remotely, and there was only 8 of us. We got way more done than like a lot of like huge corporations. It's just amazing to think. It's amazing to think that they got that stuff done in a week, working with the student from Sheridan. This is last things we got here on the AMA is one guy asked, it went to question and answer. One guy asked, would they want to hold off to launch to better market conditions? Basically, what Gary said is that, that's not the only factor. So, that's a good question. It's not the only factor. So, just me personally, if they decided to, like, wait a little longer, like a month or 2 or 3, or maybe even to Q4, even though stuff is done to launch, I wouldn't be mad about that. I wouldn't be mad about that at all. I'm holding my bags, and I add to my bags a Steam Exchange. I really believe in what these guys do. It doesn't make any sense for them to handicap themselves and come out at a bad time where it'll just kind of drain the coin down anyway. You know what I mean? Like, if you feel that that's such a riding factor, and I leave that to these guys because they're there every day to day. I'm just a talking head, liking what I'm seeing, right? I'm not on the inside, but still, like, I'm not on the day to day of it. If they think that holding off for a better market makes sense along with all the other factors, then I really, really trust these guys to do that. Let's see here. Beta release. Somebody asked about beta release even after that question. I don't know why they would do that. But basically Gary said there are a lot of modules, and like, there's so many modules, and they're kind of like, people are going to be surprised when they get complete because everything's scheduled to be completed at the same time. But one thing he made clear is that they won't be launching like overnight without anybody knowing. Like, they'll definitely make that clear when they're launching a token, when they're launching themselves. They're going to make sure that we get the news out. And I'm sure I would love to be a part of getting that news out as well, putting that out to my guys. That's what we have on the AMA today. Next AMA is probably coming up this week, actually. I'll make sure to get it out way quicker than what I did with this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check some of my previous videos out over here. And y'all have a good one. Peace.